By the time we got to Rio, at the time of Rio, I'd been working with the band consistently for over a year. We moved away from that clean, clinical look of the first album and started to get a bit warmer. I started to feel a bit more confident about how the music felt. Rio was a great one to work on. It was really good. The band had contacted Patrick Nagel, who was an illustrator working on the west coast of the United States, and they really liked his work, and so they'd contacted him to see whether he had any suggestions. Patrick had painted a square picture, and he had these little parallelograms on it where the lettering sits, because he was anticipating that it would form the whole of the sleeve. I knew that there would be several singles from this album, so I knew that I needed some other graphic material that I'd want to be able to link future record sleeves and future marketing elements back to this sleeve. So I decided I would shrink the picture and have the picture wrapped round to the back. Let me show you on the full sleeve because it's easier to see. So the picture goes off there and it comes back on here. The effect of that in my head is that the listeners or the purchasers of this record would be effectively pulling the record out of the sleeve through the image. The whole idea of Rio, you know, it's got that South American flavor, so I had this idea that I would look at packaging for cigars, for Cuban cigars, but I wanted to pick up the flavor of South American period charm to it. Here's a more obscure reference here. This parallelogram is actually cut from a much larger picture of the whole of the band. Not many people know that the full photograph of the band, which was shot from the roof of Guy's Hospital in southeast London, I used as a full double-page spread in New Sounds, New Styles, and the only hint that this was taken from it is that I keylined the parallelogram in the background on the sleeve. So real fans amongst you will track down that copy of New Sounds, New Styles that has Simon Le Bon on the cover and the photograph from which this is taken. So here's another amazing thing about this sleeve. Only until very recently, nobody was aware that this illustration is actually based on a photograph of a real person until it was revealed on Instagram. Patrick Nagel, who sadly is no longer with us, his estate revealed that they'd found a photographic reference from a magazine from back in 1981, a photograph of Marcy that Nagel used as his template for this image. But this is unmistakably a Duran Duran record.